Ooh, Monday, Monday. No, I'm not going to sing that song. Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Gonna kick off with a little toy of the day. It is, I think, an air traffic controller whose hands have been severed off. Yeah! This was in like a big bag of my old Legos from when I was a kid. And I was like digging through because I would like the kids want to play with Legos, and I was like, I've got like $5,000 worth of Legos because Legos are so expensive, and a couple duffel bags. And in here was like a model of a jet plane, and there was this dude, and in this bag, and you know he definitely it looks like he's got an apple stuffed in his mouth, and his hands are no longer there. Isn't that brilliant? And for some reason I kept them because it just made me laugh so much. I can just show you this for like the next 12 minutes and be like, let's talk about this handsless guy with an apple in his mouth going, I've got no hands! But he can't say it because he's got an apple stuffed in his mouth. It's gonna get weird today on a Monday because we just don't care. Alright, so today I'm gonna do this guy. So I was thinking of all like the weird stuff with the kids of like random characters like Cheeseburger Surprise and stuff that I've done, and there's some that I haven't covered yet that I'll get to, but I'm going to cover another one of those today because I have this guy, this character that I would do with the kids in a doorway. When they would be in another room, I'd like reach my hand through the doorway, just like, and make a hand puppet like, you know, like this where you normally draw googly eyes. But this, all it was this. And his name was Lester. I haven't done him in a long time. I just remembered it. I only remembered it today because I cut my hand, and I was doing this, and then I was like, I got hurt. Ow, I hit my head. But and it made me think of Lester, and I haven't thought about Lester in a while. And so, the character of Lester. Can I draw it like that? I'm trying to look at my hand and draw my hand. The idea of Lester was that he would only peek through doorways, through the edge of the doorway, and he would talk like this. Hey guys, how's it going? What are you doing in there? And Lester had the body of a dinosaur, and he lived in town, but he would only live in abandoned houses. So anytime we'd see a house with a for sale sign on it, the kids would go, oh, I bet you Lester is living there. And Lester was so random and weird that way. Yeah, I'm gonna draw him kind of like a seated. Can you go like that? Like a seated dinosaur. And I'll make. I don't know how his foot goes. He's gonna have a foot on something, like a brontosaurus. It's just like a foot, like kind of like an elephant. This is how I pictured it. I'll ask the kids tomorrow or later when I see them and see what they think. Just like that. Maybe I'll put spinies on his back, just because all the kids ever saw was his head, and they had to imagine his dinosaur body. So I'll see what the kids, if this is what they envisioned for Lester, the hand with the dinosaur body. I think I explained it like this. Maybe they were picturing more like a T-Rex body or a velociraptor. And so he just hangs out in abandoned homes or for sale homes. So let's just put him, he's putting his foot up. I wanted to just get some movement in there, so that's why I thought I'll put one leg up on something. And I want to put him in like in an abandoned house with like boarded up windows. So I'm gonna put like boards on the windows. Yeah. I'll draw this in a little bit. I'll figure this out. There's a boarded window. What else should be in an abandoned house? I don't know. Not too much. I'll sketch ahead here. I'll just jump right ahead to inking. All right. I don't need to sketch this in too much. I got the idea. So he's gonna have this kind of dinosaur foot. This foot. I don't really have a favorite dinosaur. I think every kid's pretty much favorite dinosaur was always a T-Rex. Until Jurassic Park came out, and then all of a sudden the Velociraptor became pretty cool. Instead of doing like a dinosaur body, you think I would have found a dinosaur. I'm looking around to see what I had here. No, I don't have any dinosaurs. Well, I must, but instead we got a handless air traffic controller, because I just don't think on the island I'm going to come up with a handless air traffic controller with an apple shoved in his mouth. I mean, I am reaching into some pretty weird ideas right now, but I think handless air traffic controller, well, now that I said it out loud, I kind of feel like it's a challenge and that I have to do that. So just remind me in a while if I don't get to that, to make the air traffic controller with no hands. And I'll be sure to sneak him in there. Even if he's just some little tertiary character out in the background somewhere, I'll sneak him in there. So here's Lester. Some kids were like super into dinosaurs growing up too. I remember liking dinosaurs, but and we had a lot of dinosaur stuff. There was that Dinosaurs TV show with Not the Mama. Here, I'm gonna make this like just like a moving box. He's trying to, what is he trying to step up onto it for? Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'll make the box kind of squishing down a little bit too, from where he's got the pressure on there. Like that. Should be trying to reach something. I'm making this doorway here though. Yeah, I'm definitely overthinking it. He can just be on the ground. And the house is all cleared out. It's boarded up. But not for long. Somebody's gonna buy it and fix it up. So this isn't like, it's not like super dicey or super shady or anything like that. I'm gonna make, this is gonna be that yellow tape, that do not cross tape. Just because I just said it's not dicey, I'll even make it like striped yellow caution tape. Maybe there was some like mold issues, something leaking in the house. I don't know why. I'm trying to justify why this house looks so terrible and in disrepair on such a wonderful island, but hey man, even good places gotta have that house. Everybody's got that house in their neighborhood. But we'll make the lawn, I'll make the lawn well kept, and then I'm gonna have this, there's gonna be a sign here that we can only assume is a foreclosure sign or a whatever, for sale sign or what is auction. Maybe it's going on auction. Maybe somebody's gonna get a good deal. Somebody that needs a house. You know who's gonna get it? This house? The air traffic controller with no hands. Did you guess it? I'm really proud of you if you did. And then Lester's gonna have to move on to the next place and find another empty, unoccupied house. Could be somebody's seasonal home. That was the joke. We always said that Lester would he would move around. And because he would come to our house to steal food too. Because all the times we would say the houses that he was staying at, if it was like an unoccupied house that didn't have any food in it, and then when he'd get hungry, that's when he would come to our house, as he was coming to steal something. But he would tell us about it because he had kind of felt bad about it, because he didn't want to stealing food from the market. This one's going to be fairly simple. Nothing too crazy. I'll put should I put cracks in the plaster? Yeah. Let's do just like a little crack that runs up, and that way it runs behind his hand. It'll give it a little more dimension, and then break apart like that, and then you can see a little brick wall behind it, and then we'll put the chunks of plaster on the ground. Oh, and this, I'm doing so many wood floors. Let's see if I can make a little carpeting. like the little lumpy shag carpeting. I think I'll make it that kind of mustard color I have, that kind of, well, not really mustard, but that little bit of green and brown. Everybody had that carpeting, right? That's the carpeting I'm going to shoot for. And I should put some kind of junk on the ground. What gets left behind when people move? You know, I'll just put like maybe like a nail, and maybe, I don't know, I'll sketch in something as I think of it. A little crack in the plaster there, just a little crack running there, nothing unusual. Nothing unusual. Alright, I think we can jump ahead into turbo paint while I just kind of splatter in some more lines here and there. So, alright, we'll jump into turbo mode. Whoa, King Beasties. All right, that is more horrifying than I don't know why I didn't think it would be this horrifying, but that is quite horrifying. I did something really stupid right at the beginning as I was putting this kind of you know, this peach tone here, the skin tone, and I was working my way down, and I dab over here onto this plate of paint. These are all my paints separated out. They're all kind of scrambled up now, but I usually put black kind of like way over in the corner so I don't accidentally dab into it because it looks a lot like gray. But I put it way too close to this tone, and I was swirling it. I smudged a little bit of black. You can see it really quickly at the beginning of the video, and I just went all black down this leg, and I was like, no! So I was trying to dab it up and rescue it. So then, when I got to the end, I decided I really needed to put him in shadow, so I put all this darkness here, and I put all these spots to try to cover up my mistake. So I've done that a few times before in these videos, but it's usually like a lighter color, and I can take a little extra water and just kind of brush it off and cover it with my intended color, and it's fine. But this one I was like just a big glob of black right there, and I was like so this ended up all kind of a little bit muddled and weird looking, but you know, that's right. We made do. We put him in the dark, which, because he was horrifying already, but then if we put him in deep shadows, then he can be even more horrifying, like this outstretching hand. And I decided to put a pull chain up here, like maybe he's going to turn the light on. And I put the Easter Bunny's house out here with the Easter Island heads, just because I happened to look down and I saw the Easter Bunny here, and I thought, well, all right, he's looking out his house, and he has to look at this abandoned house and know that as he's just relaxing, watching some television and taking his, you know, much rested, you know, much needed time off, that lurking across the street is this dinosaur with a human hand. So, yeah, so sleep well. And Lester, I'll leave this YouTube video up for my children so that someday they can show it to their psychiatrist and explain all the things that went wrong in their childhood, that their dad would stick their hand through the door and be Lester, the dinosaur-bodied creature that lives in empty houses. Yeah, I apologize for nothing. See you tomorrow.
Sleep well, everyone.